Alright, so what you're going to see here is on this list, I'm going to choose a Gogeta, obviously the Dokkan Awakened. I chose one that has a super attack all leveled up. It helps a lot to have a 10 out of 10 Super Gogeta. If you can't, I would still go for Dokkan Awakened Super Vegeta, excuse me, for the +3 key as well as the bonus to attack. I get kind of lucky here. I get a 3 followed by a 2 followed by a 1, so I get some pretty good key ups here. It's very important that you try and get as much key as you can before you fight them, even if it takes a little sacrifice like that, a little less than 5,000 damage. I got a 2 and then another 2. Now the first battle is a little tricky because he's tech, and in order to beat tech you gotta bring int guys, but the next battle is way more difficult, way more time consuming, and that battle is against a strength character. So if you bring all int guys, you're not going to be able to defend, and you're not going to be able to do the damage. So it's a little risky to do it this way, but this way seems to work the best. Now, one of the keys here to success for me is that I have the Golden Frieza that has a passive skill that allows him to block 80% of damage when your health is 50% or more. One thing to note about that, that skill tends to turn off when you've gone underneath the 50%, and sometimes it comes back on after you heal yourself. But if you grab a Senzu Bean and use him as your first attack, 99% of the time it doesn't actually work in your favor, and you still take full damage. So you gotta be a little careful with that. For that first attack, you can see there I took a very small amount of damage. So I can use my first Senzu Bean here. I put my Gogeta first, obviously, so that I can, take the damage that I want to. Check whose defense is higher. I put my ultimate Gohan to take the block, and I activate King Yemma because none of these characters are going to be great for blocking this. Since again he's tech, so I've already used 2 of my items, and this is just the first form, but I'm confident here that I will kill him. So 9,000 damage. This super attack will take him out though. And that's one of the reasons we want to. So now he's going to transform. We got to set up our blocks. We got Frieza there, and again, you got to be careful here because sometimes Frieza works, sometimes he doesn't. So in this case, I went for the links. I want all supers. Well, Frieza's super isn't extremely important to me. He's kind of more for the block, but we'll take a look here and see what happens. So here comes the super, and I'm probably barely going to survive. But in this case, because I was over 50% and I took damage, I think that the way their coding works is that you have to re-inform them. See, there we go. I barely survived because that passive was reactivated. Take another Senzu Bean because I barely survived. So that's the trick. You take a Senzu Bean and you can reactivate that passive that he has, but he cannot be the first one to take the damage. So here, obviously, the goal is to get everyone a super. Notice I don't use any red orbs on him because it doesn't make a difference. Lucky enough, I didn't need to use a King Yemma here because I could have 2 agility characters take the block. I can do immense amounts of damage with the Super Saiyan 3 Agility Goku, and then the full super on that Dokkan Awakened Gogeta. So now here, I have a tough decision. So I take a look, see if I can block it, but every person's going to take attack, so I just Ghost Usher it, get rid of them, give me time to pick up a better link so that I can guarantee everyone a super, or at least get close to it. He gets a super, Vegeta gets a super. I take a look, count them out, and I can count out that I'll be able to get a super on the Gohan. now we have about 60% of that final bar left. Got another decision to make here. I dende to heal myself up. Want to take half damage because this is not going to be a high damage turn for me. If you take a look there, there's almost no way to get that super on Goku, and to be real honest with you, I'm not that patient. So now that Vegeta is the Dokkan Awakened Vegeta from the event, and I did make sure to have 10 of his super before I Dokkan Awakened him. That way I could obviously maximize his damage with that, so you'll see he'll do a ton of damage. It's very helpful. King Yem is extremely helpful in this event. Not the most commonly used item, at least not for me, but definitely useful in this event. So now, I'm in a position where I have an agility guy, like King Yemma, like I was talking about, just to make sure, you know, sometimes he uses his super and does 30,000 damage, which if he did that and he attacked me 3 times, I most likely would have died. And now I know I can launch all 3 supers and guarantee the kill. But the most important thing was surviving this onslaught from him. Now I get lucky here, he didn't actually throw the super, but I'm prepared, because even if he had thrown the super off, then that King Yemma would have saved me. But if I didn't use King Yemma and he did use the super, I would have died.